It's a statistic that made a working mom take on the medical community herself, one cookie at a time.
It's really sobering. Only 3% of the funding from the National Cancer Institute goes towards pediatric cancer research. Before the break, we introduced you to Gretchen Holt-Witt, the woman behind the organization Cookies for Kids Cancer.
Well, Gretchen, today is a big day for your cookbook. Good to have you here on the show.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations on the book.
Thank you.
Unfortunately, it came out of such a negative situation. Your son, as we saw in the story before, no one here could even imagine being in that situation. And you and I were talking earlier, you said you can't. It's something that people just don't want to talk about.
No,
right?
no. I mean, who knew that it's the #1 disease killer?
Right.
I mean, it's not so much that it's the statistics, but that it's the #1 disease killer of children.
But only 3% of the
less
funding.
than 3%.
It's less than 3%?
Less than 3%.
I think there's a certain level of denial that goes on. I know as a parent, I don't want to think about kids' cancer. I don't want to imagine my baby's getting sick.
No, and I think, correct me if I'm wrong, that it's the monster in the closet. You don't want to think about it.
Right.
Because to think about it, it means that it exists, and you just don't want to go there. I mean, think about cancer diagnosis for an adult. It's scary.
Right.
Now, put yourself in the shoes of a child.
Do you see that changing at all as far as the funding going towards pediatric? You don't think so?
No.
It's going to stay the same?
I will not waste my time lobbying, because I feel like I can do more good by being out there and encouraging people to get involved in whatever way they want to get involved.
Let me ask you how you do this though, Gretchen, because from what I'm told, you work full time. You're obviously baking a lot of cookies. You've got the cookbook, and then just dealing with what you're dealing with your son. How did you find the energy and the motivation to keep going and to keep yourself, with that frame of mind to doing this?
Oh gosh, I think that once you've had a child whose life has been threatened, you develop human strengths that you didn't know you had. And I really, truly don't feel like I've done anything.
Well, you have a new cookbook coming out today, right?
Apparently.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Tell us a little bit about it. Because it's not just a cookbook, it's more than that.
And you're exactly right. It's the first cookbook that makes people cry.
Right.
It is a cookbook that has over 60 delicious recipes that were developed by a very good friend of mine named Sally Sampson. She has developed more than 20 cookbooks. And then on top of it, there are profiles of bake sale hosts across the country, more than 30 profiles. If I had my way, my name wouldn't be on the cover of the book. Instead, it would be every person who's held an event.
Wow. Well, thank you so much for joining us.
Oh,
We really
absolutely.
appreciate
Thank you.
Best Bake Sale is out today. You can go grab it and make a difference. All the author's proceeds go to pediatric cancer research.